Thank you very much, Sam. I told him I wish he hadn't have gotten dressed up just to introduce me, but thank you for that introduction, and thank all of you for being here. Chairman Powell and Chairman England, Vice Chairman Watson, and members of the council. I can't tell you what an honor it is for me to be here with you in Tifton today, and as we launch the House Rural Development Council. And I have to tell you, I am so impressed with the energy and the enthusiasm that I have already felt in this room as I came in and have gotten to visit with a lot of old friends. And so thank all of you for being here. And I have to tell you, every time I'm in this part of the state, y'all are, like we do often, you're looking for rain. Well, I just flew down here from the mountains of North Georgia, and I can tell you it's coming, okay? We saw it. It's on the way. While the work of this council begins today, it is really the continuation of Georgia's proud legacy that began some 285 years ago, when General James Oglethorpe and his cohorts petitioned for a charter for the colony that would become the state of Georgia. They used a motto which translated from Latin means not for self, but others. Together, the leaders of this colony didn't call themselves directors, shareholders, or administrators. They referred to themselves as trustees. And while trustee has many legal connotations, it most essentially means that you take it upon yourself to do what is in the best interest of those you serve. Again, not for self, but for others. Nearly 3 centuries later, here we sit to find ways to continue moving all of this state and its people forward. Georgia is a growing and prosperous state. We are the largest state east of the Mississippi River, and today we have more than 10 million residents. And that figure needs a little perspective, however. It was only in 1974 that our population hit 5 million. That means that Georgia's population has more than doubled in the span of only 40 some odd years. That is tremendous growth that has been anything but an accident. People are moving here for good jobs and to raise their families in welcoming communities across the state. Georgia has been named the best state in the nation in which to do business now for several years in a row. And all of this paints a rosy picture. But we all know that our prosperity is not shared equally in every corner of the state. Some areas, particularly our rural areas, are seeing stagnant or declining populations. Hospitals are closing and universities are having a hard time filling classes. Rural Georgia is still a great place to call home, but some of our rural areas are missing out on the prosperity that other parts of our state enjoy and missing out on the opportunity that comes with it. Your zip code or your county of residence should not dictate your lot in life. Moving to the big city should not, cannot be the only way to get ahead. Georgia's economic success and its quality of life are directly tied to the symbiotic relationship between our regions and our communities, urban, suburban, or rural. For Georgia to grow and thrive, we must all grow and thrive. Formally, this council is charged with undertaking a thorough, intensive, and systematic study of the existing issues in Georgia's rural areas. It is the intention of the House of Representatives that the overall objective of such study should be to identify policies and ideas to enhance economic opportunity across the entire state and every community in this state, particularly in rural areas. I realize this charge is daunting, but I ask, in fact, I implore you to leave no stone unturned. No matter the policy area, whether it's education, health care, infrastructure, which is not just about roads, bridges, sewer, water, but includes broadband, taxation or regulation. Examine the ways that we can help all of our citizens seize the opportunities they deserve. Work with those partners and local communities who have and who will step forward. I want to thank all those individuals and groups who have volunteered to help us in this effort. I want to particularly thank our local government partners represented today by the Georgia Municipal Association and the Association of County Commissioners of Georgia. I also want to thank the business community partners who have offered their support, including the Metro Chamber and the Georgia Chamber of Commerce. I want to congratulate the Georgia Chamber on the opening of their first regional office here in Tifton last week. That is a big deal, and I want to say how much I appreciate that. I also want to thank our state agency partners like the Department of Economic Development and Department of Community Affairs. Special thanks also to our friends from the university system, such as the Carl Vinson Institute at the University of Georgia and here at Abraham Baldwin Agricultural College, and thank y'all for your hospitality here today. Let me express my sincere gratitude to every member of this council. Selecting the members of this group was tough. I think over half of the House of Representatives applied to be on this council. But you are all chosen because you bring unique expertise and experience with you, and each of you has much to contribute. I want to thank you for taking time away from your families and your businesses to be at this meeting and the many meetings to come around the state. I am proud to call rural Georgia home. I am proud to represent rural Georgia in the Georgia House. Most of all, I am proud to support rural Georgia. The work of this council is of vital importance to Georgia's future. I can think of few initiatives that have excited me more than to undertake this mission during the time that I've been honored to serve in the Georgia General Assembly. Rural Georgia cannot wait on political seasons to come and go, because they will always come and go. I refuse to allow any personal ambitions to get in the way of what we are doing. We saw at the end of last legislative session that good solutions to real problems can fall victim to a lack of leadership and self-serving political agendas. So let me be clear here today. I intend for my focus this year and next to be where it has always been, and that is on the Georgia House of Representatives and the good people of Georgia that we represent. I can't think of anything more important than helping in some small way to see this council succeed in making sure the concept of two Georgias is finally and once and for all cast into the dustbin of our history as a state. The greatest honor of my life has been being elected to represent the 7th House District and to be called by my colleagues to be the 73rd Speaker of the House of Representatives, which we know as the People's House. So I'm going to continue working with Governor Deal and my friends in the General Assembly to leave this state, all of it, better than we found it. Not for self, but for others, continues and will continue to be our call. So let's get to work. May God bless you, and may God bless the great state of Georgia. Thank you very much.